Hey there, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley with you now. We are looking ahead toward Halloween and your upcoming weekend. Things are feeling very fall-like. They're looking very fall-like. Fall is in the air, so to speak, and it's getting dark too. Remember, these are the last couple of days before we make that big time change switch this weekend. Something you'll have to get used to, and something we're just kind of can't really avoid, can we? Let's get right to your forecast here. Live look at Burlington first. As we take a look across our area, you can see the sun is basically already down, and of course we have darkness settling in currently. We had ourselves finally, though, the first sunshine of the week. And I don't think any of us were mad about that. Kind of a nice thing to see over the course of the last several gloomy days. We got the sunshine back out there. Now, taking a look here temperature-wise, we're at 59 degrees in Burlington. That's the current situation. In High Point, scattered clouds around the area too. If you have a keen eye, I always like to point this out when we have good visibility. That's Pilot Mountain right about here. That's Sorrowtown Mountain. And these here, that's Hanging Rock and Moore's Wall. Pretty cool stuff to be able to see off in the distance. And during the daytime, we were noticing all the fall color that's switched on in our trees. And that's been really an aggressive change over the last couple of days as we start to see cooler nights, more of that fall color pushing back. Temperatures currently are in the 50s locally, but look at the mountains. Look how cold it is up there in the low 40s in Boone and Jefferson. And over the last couple of hours, we have had some reports of some snow. This video is a little far out of our area. This is down on the southern part of the Blue Ridge Parkway. But when it comes to mountain weather, it all has to do with elevation. And so in this case, we're looking at, this is the Richland Balsam area, if you're familiar with it. It's the highest point on the Blue Ridge Parkway. So take a look here, and this is about 6,000 feet. What are you seeing? Of course you're seeing snow. Yeah, snowflakes flying in the air. There was also some of this at Mount Mitchell. This is one of the cameras up there earlier today. Even Mount LeConte, which is pretty close to the Gatlinburg area, also at about 6,500 feet of elevation. They had themselves a little bit of snowfall earlier today. And it is the first time of the season. It won't be the last. Also not unheard of for October snow at those elevations. Now, as far as the weather picture, you can't really ignore the two big players. We have this big upper level low swirling around the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. And then farther offshore, we have the Hurricane Melissa. So how far did it pass off the Carolina coastline? Well, safely, of course, but it was about 600 miles away. That's where that system is going. And as far as our area, what we're going to find is over the next couple of nights and next couple of days, pretty quiet fall weather. We'll have sunshine for Halloween. There'll be a bit of a breeze in the air as well. Temperatures will be in the 50s to right around 60 degrees for Halloween. So it's cool and crisp. All those things are in play. But it's overall a pretty nice day, and I think we'll appreciate it compared to where we were earlier in the week. Now, as that system pushes a little bit farther away, we'll still have nice weather on Saturday, but a bit of a change to the weekend forecast is a weak cold front. So just kind of the difference between two high pressures here. We have a system that's kind of cutting in here on Sunday. And so while the weekend will start out with sunshine and nice weather, once we get to Saturday will be nice. Once we get to Sunday, that's when we'll flip the switch and the clouds will start to come back, and there's even a small chance of a sprinkle or a light shower or two. So something to keep in mind across our area. But as far as tomorrow goes, you have nothing to worry about. It will be a little breezy from time to time. Those winds will die down toward trick-or-treat hours. As far as tomorrow goes, a little bit of a breeze in the morning. Then throughout the day, we'll have a gust around 20 to 25 miles per hour. As far as the weekend goes, Saturday shouldn't really be all that windy. So it's a nice day. There's not much of a breeze. You have the fall color on the trees. I think really just Saturday looks like the pick of the weekend. So if you had to pick between one of the two, Saturday would be the way that I would go in your outdoor plan world. But keep in mind, we'll probably have some frost around on Saturday morning. That'll be a factor. The afternoon should be nice. But as far as Sunday goes, those clouds are pushing in here. We will have the chance, at least, of a shower or two. I don't think too many of them, but there will be the opportunity for a couple. As far as the weekend activities go, I'd really encourage you to get outside. We're starting to get to that time where we're getting that peak fall color here at home. If you want to see good fall color, you don't have to drive anywhere anymore. It's coming to us. So the mountains would actually be a bad place to go to see good leaves because they're mostly done up that way. But here locally, we're having better chances to see that nice color in town, and you're probably seeing that driving around Greensboro or Winston-Salem, wherever you might be. Pilot Mountain would be a good choice. Hanging Rock would be a good choice. Probably be crowded, but it's going to be really nice. So that would be the opportunity to take advantage of our nature here in the Piedmont for this weekend. Also, what else are you doing this weekend? Well, nowadays, I probably don't need to remind you, because you're doing this automatically, or your phone is. But here are your sunrise and sunset times for Saturday and for Sunday. Both of those days are different. I know. Sunset is the bummer when it goes from 6:22 to 5:21 this weekend. The sunrise, you might like this. It's a little more natural, certainly. The sunrise will be happening at about 6:43. 6:43 is when that's happening. Quick notes about Hurricane Melissa, which does continue to churn in the Atlantic Ocean. It's still a pretty strong storm. Category 2 status. Winds are at 105 miles per hour. The pressure is lower than it was yesterday, so it's a little bit stronger. It's not an impact to us, but it is going to have some impact toward Bermuda, sparing them a direct hit, which is nice. It's passing off to the west of them, so that's pretty good news. Farther downstream, though, or that's kind of what we call down the path of the system, it's going to make a pretty close approach to Newfoundland, Canada. And so they'll have some impacts right there on the coastline of Canada, and then off it goes after that. I'm going to leave you with the 7-day forecast as we take a look at what's coming our way. We got good rain this week. We still could use some more. The drought not taken care of yet. We could stand to get a couple more inches of rain. It's not going to happen this time around. As far as the weekend goes, again, mostly dry, small chance of a shower Sunday evening, but we'll be dry next week. I have us at 64 on Tuesday, right there at about 67 for Wednesday afternoon, staying dry. Stick around. We have lots more coming up for you on Weather Impact after this.